Captain has turned up the seatbelt sign, so you are free to move about the cabin.
Welcome aboard, everybody, of this lovely little Cessna 4414. Great aircraft. I love it. It's probably one of the best ones I've used yet. If I had to be critical, the only thing I can't seem to do is get it to hold the altitude on the SATEC or Logitech panels, but that's common knowledge. Things sort of you have to program them. I haven't done that. So apart from that, the plane's great, really good. Right then, so let's just I want to see if I can get this to do a flight mid-flight, pilot to ATC as well. So that's a bit of a challenge for us. Let's see if we can get it to work. It's connected, I think. But when I speak, there's a little problem solver for anybody out there who want to get over it. I've got the right frequency. November 31 Victor Bravo with you at 6,500, requesting flight level 110.
31 Victor Bravo, good evening. Squawk 3524.
Will do. So I'll set my 3, oh I know why, 3, it won't do it on this particular aircraft because it's got an old analog and you go down on it like that and it's there, see? So you go 3, 5, I think he said, I can't remember, and 2, 1. Oh, can't see really, I should zoom in here.
November 1 Victor Bravo radar contact.
5, 2, and 0. Score 3520, November 31 Victor Bravo.
1 Victor Bravo, squawk 3524.
Squawk 3524, November 31 Victor Bravo.
31 Victor Bravo, this is Jersey Tower on 119.45. Please repeat your request.
November 31 Victor Bravo. Request flight level 110.
31 Victor Bravo, climb and maintain flight level 120.
We'll climb maintain flight level 120, November 31 Victor Bravo. Right, so let's get back to where we were. That's better. See now. Just have a little look on that. And usually I don't have to do that because I've got it set up to one of the other aircraft. But this is a new aircraft, so some of the things are slightly different and they don't work just as well as we want. But the one thing I've got to do, guys, is I took off and flew like you do, and I never put any fuel in it, so I don't really want to crash, so I think I'll put fuel in it and bang it, do a secret way. We've got airborne fuel replenishment system on this aircraft, pretty rare. Right, so where are we? I think we better get where we were supposed to go, really. Let's get over there and go back to where we were supposed to fly to. I'm going to see what the nearest frequency is. Probably we're going to go to, well, we'll go to that one there. What's that? That's 109.05. So 109.05. We'll put that on our nav1, and it should change on this screen here. I don't know if you can see it, but it should change the VOR. Yes, it did. Yes, it changed the VOR point. So it's telling me to go to a heading of 3, 345 to intercept the VOR. Set heading bug 345.
Setting heading 345.
That's been my co-pilot. Nice laddie. And that is through a program called Voice Attack and HCS Voices. So that's another little thing we've got running on there. So I'm going to talk you through them. I will do a better video, but please do be patient with me. I don't really do videos, and because we're just sort of starting this business again after the COVID lockdown, which sort of destroyed me in every shape or form. So I've had to start again. But lucky for me, I've got a very patient person who was backing me, so they're very patient. So anyway, here we are. What is the cockpit, you ask? That's probably what the next question is. Well, I'll be honest, it's the unit in front of us that all these panels fit into. There are, we can supply, or you could get them yourself. You can get little monitors that actually the holes are drilled in the back of this. But because people, I think we're thinking of people that like just starting up and they don't want to spend a fortune. We've designed these. I'm going to move that out of the way, and I don't know if you can see it. There's little holders there which go in the screw holes where the monitors normally fit, so you have a permanent monitor. But you got these things with a little carry thing, so you can hold your iPad and put your iPad in there. So that's a bit of a saving for people to start off if they want to use a G1000. I mean, I would be really honest, in the time I've been using the Simeonic G1000s, I tend to use them more than I would do like a touchscreen, and they're a lot cheaper. Okay, admittedly they don't look as good as like having the monitors fitted, but they're a lot cheaper, so it's a great way to get sort of on your way to flying it. It's saying to a heading of 310, so go that way. And let's see what the next VOR is we can go to. The next VOR is, let me just see, move that down a bit. Right, is frequency of 11745. So I'm going to go that 117.45, decimal 45, whatever we call it. Do that, and it should change my VOR point again. Should turn me towards the next VOR. Let's find out if it works. Because sometimes well, it's looking good. It looks like it's turning me towards that VOR station. Yeah, that's pretty good, that. Well, it's taking me back to the track anyway, so that's something. Range, change the range, we'll go out a bit, well I'll go in a bit actually, in a tad, because you can change the size of the run-in, I call it the run-in. Which is really quite handy normally. It's a bit wide, more that, maybe out a bit, let's see. No, it's going to be in. That's not a look. Maybe one more if we can get away with it. That's looking good to me, folks. Yeah, now you see what I'm looking on that monitor there, over here, with the G1000. I've used a long, like, indication in front of the aircraft, so it gives you a really good running when you're going to do a runway, especially if it's dark or foggy. You can sight that up pretty much and give yourself, say, 2,000 feet on a descent, which is pretty damn good, because then you can pretty much work out where you're going, you know. That's we're going over. Where are we at the moment, actually? Let's zoom in. This is a very good little program, this other one as well. And I mean, what I do is I will try to do at some stage do a more professional recording, but at at this moment in time, it's all new, so I'm just getting to grips with it all. So hopefully we'll have it all sorted soon enough, and I'll be able to help people out with it. Eh? That'd be lovely. Right, so let's have a look. Well, where are we at the moment? We're going to the 745. Cool. Right. Well, there's runway 2. So, I think we should be now. I should have got my timer out really. Worked it out, put the seatbelt sign on again. Just keep me happy. Got Berry Head. I'm going to sort of meet the
Ladies
beacon
and
there,
gentlemen,
I
the
think.
captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. Please fasten your seatbelt as soon as possible.
There we go. She's doing it all this out. Look at this. Don't even have to do anything. Isn't it wonderful? So, what can I say? A car parts now available. See the unit here on the left hand side. This is a panel. Okay. This panel normally would screw to the centre below the 2 radios. So you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 radios in the centre here. This one normally would be over there, below the iPad. So you'd have a connection, a slot for this one to go underneath that iPad. Then you would screw this section here, this panel, to the cockpit dashboard, and you use 2 Satec or Logitech throttle quadrants screwed to the table. So then you've actually got another way. You don't have to go out and spend money unnecessarily. You can use that setup. So what we try to do is try to make, if one might say, a setup that's easy for people to build up on, and to make it a full cockpit, and without having to put the expense into buying like the more professional stuff until later on, you know. But it really does work quite well. I mean, everybody that comes in is to have a look is pretty much blown away. It's got a proper aeroplane in there, and it at the end of the day, I think it's down to people's preference. But I mean, I did used to just put them on top of the yoke, because I've done all that, and it just doesn't look the same. This gives you the immersion. Everything's at your fingertips and everything's working. I do fly VR, so quite a lot, in fact. But I'd sort of leave a gap down below if I know, so I could do all the dials and stuff like that. But it's only after about sort of an hour of flying like this, because at the moment it's just a nice normal flight and stuff like that. It's actually brilliant fun. I find it more immersive, and I'm going to look into to give well, maybe at some stage I'm going to give it a try using the head tracker. There's another head tracker out there which you just put it on the, in this case you put it on the cockpit there facing you, and it tracks your head movements perfectly. So you could look down at all of this, do what you want to do, so look out the window, look left and right, and if you're in a jet obviously you can look up and use your mouse for the switch panels above your head. So that's another thing I'm possibly looking into, sort of maybe getting a little slightly out of VR for a bit, just because I do like VR, but I just think it's this is really immersive. It's so much fun. Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say is I could do that by turning my head, you know. So it's pretty much VR, I suppose. It's not going to be ever be as good as VR, but I think we will find it's going to be a pretty good way of doing it. Yeah, this is taking us nicely towards Beacon. 160 knots, flaps are retracted, gear is up, landing lights are still on because we're below 10,000 feet. Went to climb to 12,000 but I didn't listen. I've been chatting to you. He hasn't moaned at me, he probably hasn't realised yet. November 3-1 with Bravo request descent to 6,500.
Aircraft calling tower, say again with your call sign.
November 3-1 Victor Bravo request descent to 6,500.
November 1 Victor Bravo, climb and maintain flight level 080.
Climb and maintain flight level 080, November 3-1 Victor Bravo. So I'm going to turn the altitude off. I'm going to turn the autopilot off. I'm going to try. I'm really good like that. Okay then. Autopilot is off for a time. T's and B's, make sure not to give it too much. 7,000 feet. And this is what I like. Okay, I can't actually get the altimeter to work on the SATEC with this aircraft at the moment, but I'm sure they'll fix it at some stage because they do some really good updates and they're constantly updating it, so it's brilliant. Very, very good. And the sound is really good too. 7,800. I'm going to get the nose down, get close to 8,000, which is about now. Let's see. Hold this altitude.
Of course.
Right, it's going to take us back on the track and around about 8,000 feet, so it's not bad. You can do it, sort of trick it like that, and the co-pilot holds it at 8,000, which is pretty good. But he's still following the navigation to that particular beacon. So that's cool. So let's have a look and see what the frequency is at that airport. So I'm going to go to here. I'm going to go to airport, and I'm going to change the airport name. To Golf Foxtrot, and I'm going to search for it on this little iPad down here. Echo Golf Foxtrot, and the comms, communications, arrival is 119015 or 12585, and the tower is 133.10. So I'm going to change that to 133.10. Like this. And I'm going to just request November 3-1 Victor Bravo, request frequency change.
Aircraft calling tower, say again with your call sign.
That does get quite frustrating. November 3-1 Victor Bravo, request frequency change.
November 1 Victor Bravo. Frequency change approved. Report when back on frequency.
Roger, 3-1 Victor Bravo. Cardiff Tower, This is November 31 Victor Bravo at 8,000 feet. It's type Cessna 414. Request flight following.
3-1 Victor Bravo, good evening. Radar contact. No VORA approaches available for Cardiff. Say intentions.
November 3-1 Victor Bravo. Request VFR. November 3-1 Victor Bravo. Request VFR. Approach runway 30.
3-1 Victor Bravo, repeat request with destination airport identifier.
November 3-1 Victor Bravo. Request runway 30 straight in at Echo Golf Foxtrot.
November 1 Victor Bravo, this is Cardiff Tower on 133.1, please repeat your request.
3-1 Victor Bravo. Request flight following.
3-1 Victor Bravo, you were garbled. Please say again.
November 3-1 Victor Bravo. Request flight following. November 3-1 Victor Bravo with you at 8,000 feet. Request flight following. Echo Golf Foxtrot.
Aircraft calling tower, say again with your call sign.
Call sign, here we go. November 3-1 Victor Bravo. Request flight following.
Aircraft calling tower, say again with your call sign.
November 3-1 Victor Bravo. Request flight following.
Aircraft.
I think it might have been actually issue with pilot to ATC there, I think. Yeah, I did, because it's just vanished completely, it's crashed. So, or has it? Repeat you. November 3-1 Victor Bravo, request flight following.
Aircraft calling approach, say again with your call sign.
November 3-1 Victor Bravo, request flight following. Runway 30 at Echo Golf Foxtrot. It's not really hearing me. November 3-1 Victor Bravo, request flight following. November 3-1 Victor Bravo, radio check.
November 1 Victor Bravo, you are loud and clear.
There's obviously something wrong with the program then. November 3-1 Victor Bravo, request flight following.
November 1 Victor Bravo, descend and maintain flight level 060.
Descending flight 060, November 3-1 Victor Bravo. Set altimeter. Set altimeter. got a slight discrepancy with our altimeter as well. Mine's on the G1000 saying I'm at 6,000 now, so it says 6,100 feet at the cockpit, so there's a bit of a discrepancy there. Hold this altitude. Hold this altitude.
That's affirmative.
Autopilot on. Now we've got a bit of that nav problems taking us slightly off the beaten track there. So equalise that. Right, yeah, so it's all technical stuff. Let's give them a bit to eat before we get there. They're going to be bored of us, aren't they?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start serving sushi. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any items from the aisle.
In fairness, I don't think that would really happen because it's like, it's only a little aircraft, but hey, it adds to the immersion, doesn't it, guys? Right, so it's all lovely stuff. We're moving slowly. We're staying at 6,000 feet, which is about right. And we're getting there. We're just going to go over the channel, little channel there, and then we'll be pretty much coming into land, really, if they give us permission. Right, so there we are. 75 miles away. According to this, it's not, is it? 75 miles, yeah, it's not far, really. We're going to go straight in, really. November 3-1 Victor Bravo, request flight following.
3-1 Victor Bravo, this is Exeter approach on 128.907.
Exeter.
Please repeat your request.
Disregard November 3-1 Victor Bravo.
Aircraft calling approach, say again with your call sign.
Disregard November 3-1 Victor Bravo.
November 1 Victor Bravo, say again.
Oh no, it doesn't matter, you can't hear me. Echo Golf Foxtrot, let's have a look at the communication frequencies. Is 13310. Let's have a look. That was Exeter approach. Cardiff, November 3-1 Victor Bravo with you at 6,100 feet.
Aircraft calling tower, say again with your call sign.
Oh, God. Oh, God, just gracious, good joke. Best of us, nigga. November 3-1 Victor Bravo with you at 6,000 feet. Approach November 3-1 Victor Bravo with you at 6,100 feet. Request flight following.
3-1 Victor Bravo, this is approach, go ahead.
November 3-1 Victor Bravo approach with you at 6,000 feet. Request flight following. It'd be nice if they give us some directions because it's really like bad weather at the minute. Isn't it? Okay, let's just go into the ILS here. Let's see what the ILS frequencies are. I don't think it's got any ILS frequency. What's the weather like? It's scattered. What's the base? Oh my God. QNH 1010. Change that really. QNH. Right, so we change that slightly. There. Vehicle 02983. Cool. Okay. November 31, Victor Bravo, request descent 5000. November 31, Victor Bravo, request 5000.
Aircraft calling approach, say again with your call sign.
Again with your call sign. November 31, Victor Bravo, request 5000.
3-1 Victor Bravo, you were garbled. Please say again.
Oh, not really. November 31, Victor Bravo, request 5000.
November 1 Victor Bravo, this is Cardiff approach on 119.15, please repeat your request.
November 31, Victor Bravo, request descent for approach, runway 30.
November 1 Victor Bravo, you were garbled. Please say again.
Oh, I'll tell you what, he'd be sacked if he was an air traffic controller in real life, wouldn't he? November 31, Victor Bravo, request flight following runway 30 on approach.
3-1 Victor Bravo, you were garbled. Please say again.
I don't know. November 31, Victor Bravo, request flight following runway 30. Well, he's not going to let us, so do you know what we're going to do? Going in anyway, because I've got to get myself bathed and that, and dog needs a walk again. Bless him. So we're just going to take it in. Now, disengage autopilot. We have control, so we're going to take it in. It's over here to my left hand side somewhere. I can't get the ILS frequency up because that would have helped me immensely, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to have an ILS frequency, which is not really the best, is it really? But hey, we're not worried. We're not scared. 6,000 feet, need to get nose trimmed down a bit. Get that out of the arc, and then we got right. Let's get that back into that screen for a second. Sometimes I get that, you've got to make sure you, if you click in this screen, make sure you're back in the main screen, otherwise it's sort of like, doesn't want to play game really. Right, so let's get this nose trimmed down. Get gear down at once, slow the gear down. Not that flying. Like you do, got 5,000 feet now. Airspeed is fast, get that back. We'll notch the flaps down. We've got loads to do here, it's around here somewhere. Visibility is really poor, but hey, we're not scared, are we? Going down pretty quickly. 4,000 feet. Right, I can see the flight director's now come into vision. So we're going to follow the flight director. Oh now, right, let's have a look. Where are ya? Where are ya? Where are you? Come on. Got to be pretty close. Can't see it. Right, I think it'll be over there, isn't it? I'm slightly to the right a bit. Okay, I might have to do the go around because I can't see. The weather is absolutely atrocious. I'll go around at 1,200 feet now. I'm going to do a slight turn around. And I need to go over the sea because that, believe it or not, can't really see, but that is the sea to our left hand, our right hand side. 1,000 feet now, I can't get any lower than that. In fact, I better climb a bit because we're going out inland and we're going to go round to the sea on the right. So we'll get up to about 1,500 feet. And notch the flaps up a bit. So look on the right hand side, that's what you can see. You can see a little bit there. visibility is pretty poor. So, okay, so we're going to do traffic pattern now. We're going to go down this way, approximately 120, heading 120. I'm going to get the oil revs down a bit, get our props up, and get our throttles back. It's a bit bumpy, but that's nothing. I've got no, that's a really bummer not having an ILS frequency. Maybe I might drop them an email and say, well, where is it? I'm sure they've got one. Right, okay. Right, so that as BGFF. It's got ILS, it says here, but it doesn't say the frequency, which is not really the best. 2.2 miles. Tower 13310. Tower November 31 Big Bravo request flight following.
Aircraft calling tower, say again with your call sign.
November 31 Victor Bravo request flight following. Runway 30.
31 Victor Bravo, you were garbled. Please say again.
Oh, you'll be gargled when I get out this plane, mate. I tell you, gargled round the throat. November 31 Victor Bravo. On final, runway 30.
1 Victor Bravo, winds are calm, cleared to land runway.
Clear to land runway 30 for November 31 Victor Bravo. Thank you very much. Say it again with your call sign, wait for it. Right, so anyway guys, that was a bit of a spooky one. Let's get it down on the ground now. The airspeed down, we're far too fast. Try and get in the centre like best I can. I better put my feet up ready, get myself all comfortable at that. A bit low, oh, I'm a bit low really, but that's right, we'll clear the top of these treetops. Don't worry about it guys. It's quite clear, we've got, there we are, we're on the glide slope now, just a little bit low, but not too bad. A bit bumpy, we'll have that. Right. Lots of flats, going to bring the nose up a bit. Whoa, that is a bit windy. Never mind. The dynamics of this aircraft, by the way, are really good. If you fly flight sim and you get into this and you fly this aircraft, you really got to really fight with it, because like now, I'm going too fast. I'm fighting the wind effect at the moment there. So as I was coming down, so I was getting wind effect underneath the ground effect underneath under the wings that was picking me up. Air traffic control.
Contacting ATC.
Thank you. Display ATC. See if it works. I might have to do it because I'm just not in VR at the moment, so. Right, let's go. Ground. Sorry, I'm all over the place here, don't I? Sorry guys. You probably can see that, I don't know if you can or not. Right, we're going to go to taxi to parking, we'll taxi to gates. We'll go taxi to the gate.
Cardiff Ground, Cessna November 427 Romeo, Charlie request taxi to the gate.
I'm just going to move my view a bit, guys, just so I've got a better view for a taxi. Taxiway Bravo Alpha. So let's just go into Echo Golf Foxtrot to the airport. Summary. General. Let's have a look. I've got all the frequencies, no ILS though. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Taxiing to gate 9er, via taxiway Bravo Alpha Cessna 7 Romeo Charlie.
That's a little bit more here. We're going to taxi down to the gate. You might notice on this, guys, there's through flights in TO, there's a little program, you can download it, and it's changed as the size of the taxi arrows, if you like, catch my drift. Although you can't probably see them, now I've mentioned it, you'll be looking for them. They're like, by the green, you see the green taxi lights, you'll see some little tiny green arrows. they're a little bit bigger than the taxiway lights, so then you don't get these hideous big blue lights that were on it originally. So it's a lot better. It's more immersive. So you've got the thingy. Yeah. November 3-1 Victor Bravo is clear of runway. So let's go frequencies now. Communications. Tango grab. So 19.15. Whoops. Yeah, make sure you keep the mouse in the right screen, otherwise it will sort of like not recognise the controls. That's okay. Let's slow down really. Not like I'm in a race here. Oops. She's a bit responsive on the old brakes though. This is Echo Golf Foxtrot Cardiff by UK 2000 scenery. I've been using the UK 2000 scenery for years. Such a really good company, and I'm not affiliated to them in any way, but I have used them for years with Flight Sim X and X-Plane, and you know, been years and years since I've sort of been into flight sims again, and I just went there, put in my details, and every single thing I bought from 2006 is still there, available for me to download with the serial numbers, and everything still works. And you know, if you miss anything, you just drop them an email, they come straight back to you. They're really, really lovely people, nice bunch of people. You know, they don't question you like some of these companies, like, oh, you need to prove who you are. Okay, well, I am who I am, honestly. Give me a mirror. Yep, that's me. I'm gonna hide that now, it's okay. Taxi to the gate here, guys. Probably wasn't the best video, but hopefully I will get a bit better at it. I'm doing my best. I'm not really a videographer, but I hope it's showed you a little bit of how great things look when you got this in front of you. I use the top one on this particular one. I use it because it's got the airspeed and the revs per minute and stuff like that, and it's quite handy as well to have that little bit extra. Right, there's no way that this is going to work. You're not going to get that jet thing onto here, that's for sure. But the good thing is we're taxiing to the gate anyway. So we'll just park into the gate like that. It's good enough. And we'll stop it here like that. And then we'll just go to the park brake. Park brake is on. Shut down the fuel pumps. Cut off fuel pumps. Request ground power unit. Oh, shut up. We're going to get that sorted. Yeah, if you keep your feet on the pedals, that's what happens. Right, okay, well, hopefully everybody enjoyed that trip as much as I did. Kind of worked alright. Let's have a little look around, shall we? See what's behind us. Look, they've got it out already. Don't blame them, do you? Right, so that's pretty much it. We're in Cardiff now. Looks quite well, doesn't it? Well put together. Really is. Quite like that. So, without further ado, thank you very much for flying mycockpit.co.uk. I do hope my videos get far, far better. I'm still learning, and hopefully, if you've got any questions or anything I might be able to help you with, let us know, or one of the team will be able to help you. I'm getting a few things sorted out. So let's say good night.